Asanteni sana, and at this point I want to invite Desmond Mushi from Meta, who will do the honorable thing to invite.
Asante. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So I'm Desmond Mushi from Meta. How many of you know Meta? When I say Meta, just about everyone. So Meta is the parent company that owns the 4 platforms that we understand as Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, and Messenger, as well as other platforms such as Oculus. But we work in what we call the public policy team in the Eastern Horn of Africa, so we cover 8 countries. The normal East African countries, as you know them, but for Burundi, because it's French-speaking, as well as countries like Ethiopia, Eritrea, and Somalia. Somalia is not yet within EAC. And our work really as public policy is to serve as ambassadors between yourself, our stakeholders in the region, and Meta, the company, so the parent company. And when we say as ambassadors, is to make sure that you, one, understand the opportunities that Meta presents for Kenya and the region in particular, but also that Meta is aware of the aspirations and frustrations, if any, that youth in Kenya and across the region have when it comes to use of our platform. So really that's what we do. And I'll just say one other thing, why Meta? And just take you through a journey. I think in the 1950s, when a lot of us interacted with computers, it was through a mainframe computer. You went into a place to use a computer. I think in the 1980s, things changed and we had portable computers, but still we had to be sat somewhere to use it. Then over time, around 2000, we had almost mobile computing, so laptops and phones. And now things are moving into almost a virtual reality space. And if you think also about content, in the past, usually, and I think some of you are quite young, I'm a little bit young, but I think a lot of you are much younger than I am. In the past, you actually interacted with websites. You went to a place and something was already there and you interacted with it. Then I think mid-2000, we started having platforms where you could actually interact. Something is sent to you, you respond to it. Then there's the age of social media, mid-2000s, where we actually had, for the first time, spaces where, like Ushahidi, where people could share content, others could react to. So when you think about Instagram, where someone can share a video, someone can comment, someone can like a comment and respond to it, that wasn't around, maybe 30 or 40 or 35 years ago. So that's quite new. So the nature of content is also changing, and these days we see a lot of content that's audiovisual, and which was not the case before. A lot of content was text, and you'd say boring. Now there's a lot of short videos or just videos, so a lot of things are moving towards reels or TikToks and things like that. So a lot of things are changing. And I'm sharing this to just preface why it's important to have this particular session today, the Youth IGF, is because it affords youth the opportunity to think about the space that they want the internet to be for them. So in the next 30, 40, 50 years, we have the Honorable Chair here today. What would you want that space to be so that you can derive from it the kind of utility that youth in the United States or Germany or Tokyo would, and what is needed, and those aspirations that you might have, the insights that you might have, the kind of, there's that digital culture that maybe you've embraced it in a way that's a little bit different from some of our policymakers or ourselves. So those kind of ideas and aspirations is what we believe spaces like this are there for. The first ever Youth IGF in Kenya I attended, I think it was virtual. It wasn't as exciting as this. You wouldn't be able to have opportunities to guess mathematical numbers, multiply, and then you say 25 or something like we've started the day today with. This is much, much better, and we hope that this is just a start. We can, as Keith was saying, maybe in the future have such sessions in places that are not Nairobi. Take it to a place where maybe the youth that do not have the luxury of getting to Nairobi can also share their own opinions and frustrations and opportunities they think about the future. So that's really why we're here. That's why as Meta, we support this process. We take part in it. We don't just support and stay outside. We support and also meaningfully engage so that we can listen and learn, and so that we can know how best to improve our platforms so that they can be of great value to you. So I just wanted to say that and just thank you also for your time, for making the time to be here today, but especially thank our guest of honor for making, I know this is a very, very busy time. I'm from Tanzania, and I know I was going to go to Swahili, but mwezi wa tano na wa sita, you know, in policy making is probably the busiest time. So for you to find time to be with us here today shows the kind of seriousness that you put on matters like this. Kwa hiyo asanteni sana, nashukuru kwa kuja.